some of our direct instruction solutions. So I am actually based in Florida in the United States. So it's rather early here in the morning, but still excited to be able to bring all of this to you this morning. To get us started, I wanted to give us just a little bit of background around direct instruction and what direct instruction really means when it comes to some of our products and curriculums that fall under our family of direct instruction programs. So with any of our direct instruction programs, we're talking about programs that have three key components, and that is the design, the documentation, and the delivery of the program. So with any of our direct instruction programs, with the design of the programs are specifically designed in order to ensure that all of our students are able to be successful. So we ensure that with our direct instruction programs, there's never more than 15% of new information in any one lesson, as the rest of the lesson is designed to be review and repetition to ensure that we're truly meeting students' needs and that students are learning to mastery. As part of that design, any new information, any new skills or strategies that are taught are always going to be tightly tied to previously taught skills and strategies as well. Again, ensuring that our students can be successful with the skills and strategies that are being taught. It is really within the delivery of the program that makes these direct instruction programs so unique. And what makes that so unique is the high level of teacher-student interaction that is built into these programs. On average, when a direct instruction program is being utilized in the classroom and is being implemented in the way that the program is designed to be used in the classroom, on average, students will be responding 10 times per minute. So you can see how it would keep that high level of active student engagement that is designed as part of the program. Students are able to participate and to be that actively engaged because instead of calling on individual students, we're using a whole group unison response with the use of signals in order to let students know when it is time to respond. So you can hear all students responding all at once and be able to deliver immediate and effective correction procedures and as soon as we hear a student make a mistake. We also know that as a critical aspect to really any curriculum and any implementation is to ensure that there is documentation. So there are informal as well as formal assessments that are built into all of these direct instruction programs. And all of these programs have been extensively research validated. So they have been studied independently as well as implemented in districts and schools throughout not only the United States, but across the world. And we've seen the difference that these programs make, and we're able to provide that data and show the difference that these direct instruction programs make. Many of us are hearing a lot now around the science of reading and structured literacy. Now, some of you, even many of you, may be familiar with one or both. The science of reading and structured literacy is not new. These are things that have been around for a long time, but as is so often happens, especially in education, it is now something that is being talked about much more and is being shared a lot more. So, as part of our direct instruction programs have actually been recognized as a structured literacy approach by the International Dyslexia Association. And not just for students with dyslexia or other disabilities, but these programs have been proven to really provide that equity for all students in allowing them the access to everything that they need in order to truly reach those high levels of literacy that we know all of our children are capable of. So now that I've given you just a little bit of background about direct instruction programs in general, I want to highlight just a couple of our most popular direct instruction programs. And then I will wrap up at the end with just giving you a little bit of information of just some of the other direct instruction programs that are available and out there. But this first program that I am going to highlight is our most popular direct instruction program, and really the one that is used more often than any of the others, and that is Reading Mastery. But what I'm so excited about is that we have a brand new copyright of Reading Mastery called Reading Mastery Transformations. We have just released this. We are very excited. Reading Mastery Transformations has new updated content, greater access to higher order thinking skills, as well as providing better teaching efficiency and real-time data for our teachers. This is a comprehensive literacy program for K-5, and I'm really excited to be able to show you Reading Mastery Transformations. Now, Reading Mastery Transformations is one of our direct instruction programs, as I mentioned, and was built on the 3 pillars to ensure the foundation for future success is strong for all of our students. Reading Mastery Transformations is going to motivate student learning, transform your teaching, and achieve the results that all of our students deserve. So within Reading Mastery Transformations, we're providing an enhanced foundational skills approach that was built on rigorous standards and the National Reading Panel guidelines. So here we are going to really focus on providing a wide range of literacy skills, but starting those right from the earliest of ages. We want to ensure that our children have a solid foundation of skills. And so that's going to start right in what we refer to as the kindergarten level, which is that earliest of levels. So in this first level of kindergarten, by lesson 101, which is just a little bit over halfway through the program, students are going to know more than 23 letter names and 30 sound spelling relationships. Now, those sound spelling relationships are really important because that's what really lays the foundation for students to be able to learn how to decode as well as spell or encode. So as students then continue through, they're going to move into reading words and blending sounds using their textbooks, and then practicing all of those skills in decodable text. Now, through this enhanced foundational skills approach, students by the end of kindergarten, so the end of this first level, will be reading 700 words. This is truly motivating for our students because now that provides them with the ability to be able to access a wide range of text due to that foundation being in place. As students continue through the program, with this foundation in place, students are going to be reading more informational text and authentic literature while building those essential skills that they need as they are scholars in the classroom. Students are explicitly taught critical thinking skills across the grade levels, from basic comprehension to higher order thinking. In reading mastery transformations, students have increased opportunities for things like text analysis and discussion around complex text. They have opportunities to work in groups to discuss topics such as things like hibernation and citing text evidence in discussions around that authentic literature that they have the opportunity to read. These skills are all part of the reading lesson and built into the reading lesson. With reading mastery transformations, your students are going to be more engaged in the content and more motivated to learn, as well as gain that confidence that they need, not only for in the classroom, but also for outside of the classroom as well. We have also transformed the teaching model with reading mastery transformations by providing a new robust experience that benefits teachers as well as all of the students. All of the instruction for the teachers is now going to be in the palm of their hand. The full teacher presentation book is now a digital asset. So as you can see here, it's fully accessible on just a small device such as a tablet, and allows teachers to be able to access that anywhere within the classroom. Students also have access to brand new digital displays. Now, these displays are available and can be shared to students either on a large board in the front of the room for whole class, or it can be shared on a small laptop or desktop screen, or can even be shared in remote learning. So just providing purposeful technology that benefits not only the teacher, but also the student as well, truly giving that transformed teaching experience. As I mentioned, we're providing a comprehensive English language approach that's going to meet and exceed all of those English language arts standards. So I have highlighted the enhanced foundational skills that have and provide explicit systematic phonics. In addition, there is intentional vocabulary instruction that enriches that background knowledge. There's also higher order comprehension strategies where students can communicate key ideas. Now, in addition, we're providing robust writing instruction where language and grammar, as well as spelling, are all embedded, along with a collaborative discussion that's built into that reading and writing instruction. In order to truly achieve results, we have, as you've seen, integrated those lesson plans, as well as the assessments and the reporting and point of use professional development. Everything is available right at the teacher's fingertips in order to help to support them with things like on-demand videos of model example lessons, correction procedures, and even sound pronunciations. We truly wanted to make this experience as easy as possible for our teachers and have everything right in one location that makes it easy for them to access as well as navigate. We are working to lay a strong foundation for all of our students. And year after year, the research tells us that direct instruction and reading mastery works. And so we wanted to continue that legacy of providing that explicit instruction that works for all of our students in order to lay that foundation for future success. And we absolutely feel that we have done that with the newest version of reading mastery transformations. I also wanted to highlight another one of our programs that is also very popular, and is actually the one that is closest to my heart personally, because this is the program that I taught the most in when I was in the classroom, and that is corrective reading. Corrective reading is another one of our direct instruction programs. So it's going to provide our students with those critical components within the classroom. Now, corrective reading is specifically designed for older students. So here in the US, we typically say that students who are in third grade and higher. So those students that are around the age of 10 or so, so from about the age of 10 on, if students are reading below grade level, corrective reading is specifically designed for those students, and it can be used, we use it here through middle school and high school. So even with your teenage and older students, corrective reading will meet the needs of those students who are reading below grade level and students where we really need to emphasize acceleration with our students. So with corrective reading, we're going to meet the instructional needs of each of our students. We're going to do that by giving them a placement test and grouping them based on how they performed on that placement test, and then provide them with the skills and strategies that they need in order to be successful. Now, we're going to teach those skills and strategies in an effective and efficient way in order to highlight the most important skills and strategies students need while being able to accelerate academic achievement. Again, this program is designed for those students who are below grade level in reading, but are older students that we need to get back on grade level as quickly as possible. So there are two strands of corrective reading. There is the decoding strand, and the comprehension strand. Now we know that students who struggle with reading difficulties have struggles in a variety of different areas. So corrective reading is really designed to accommodate that full range for all of our students using these two independent strands. The decoding strand has 4 levels and is designed to help students who have trouble identifying words or don't understand the arrangement of letters within a word in order to be able to properly pronounce the word. They may also be students whose reading rate is inadequate and whose comprehension skills are super low. The comprehension strand also has 4 levels, but is designed for those readers who do not follow instructions well or lack vocabulary and background knowledge in order to be successful in their reading. So just to highlight the decoding strand, which is the strand that is used the most often with our students, as I mentioned, there are 4 levels here in order to address the different needs of our students, starting with basic word attack, moving into decoding strategies, and finally more skill application in level C. Now you can see the 4 levels here, A, B1, B2, and C. Decoding levels A, B1, and B2 have 65 lessons in them each, and each lesson takes about 45 minutes. So with the program being implemented to our suggestions of 1 lesson a day, every day, 5 days a week, students would be able to complete a level in 1 semester. So typically we're looking at starting in August, and then by December, they would have completed a level. Decoding level C is a little bit longer as there is more application. But as I mentioned, corrective reading is specifically designed for those older students who are reading below grade level. And these are our students that we don't have time to waste. So I want you to take a look at these outcomes down at the bottom. These outcomes show you that how in just a few months, as I mentioned, about August to, let's say, December implementation, you could complete 1 level of decoding with your students, which will increase their reading level by a full year. So in our 10-month school system setup, students could complete 2 levels in our typical school year. So about August to end of May, sometimes beginning of June. They could complete 2 of these decoding levels, which means that they've now increased their reading by 2 full years just within 1 school year. So you can see just a little bit about that level of acceleration of growth for our students. So as I start to wrap up, as I mentioned, those are just 2 of our family of direct instruction programs. And I actually couldn't even get them all on the screen and on the slide, but this just gives you an idea of some of our other direct instruction programs that are available. So as you can see, Reading Mastery Transformations and Corrective Reading are here. We also have language for learning for our little ones who need to build language before they're ready to start reading. We also have phonemic awareness to help students with building that background knowledge on their sounds and their ability to manipulate sounds as they're starting the reading process. We also have math as well in our direct instruction family of programs. Connecting math concepts and corrective math are just a couple of your options there as well. So I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to bring all of our direct instruction programs to you. As I mentioned, quite a few of them available. I just wanted to highlight just a couple of them for you, but wanted to be able to share these direct instruction programs with you as we have had over 65 years of success with all of our direct instruction programs. So I am happy to answer if there are questions in the chat. We have a couple of minutes. I'm more than happy to answer a couple of questions from the chat.
Thank you, Danielle.
You're very welcome.
Any questions for Danielle? We can pick them up. Some people are asking, where would I find this program? So I'm going to drop an email where you can ask us more. So we can connect you with a regional rep in the region and you have to tell us which country you are. For yesterday's, a lot of people reached out to us and said, I want a demo for Inspire, but I will need to know which country you are from or which school so I can connect you to the right person. So make sure you send us those details at marketing.imia@mheducation. And we should be able to help you out there. Any questions for Danielle? I'm just going to quickly check the chat if I have missed any. Do you have any program for writing?
For writing, we do. So there is writing embedded as part of Reading Mastery Transformations. There's reading as well as the language arts and writing. So you could always use just the writing, language arts and writing portion of Reading Mastery Transformations. There is also 2 other writing programs, expressive writing and reasoning and writing that are available as well. And in addition, I mentioned the language for learning. That's actually part of language for all families. So there's language for learning, language for thinking, and language for writing. So you have several writing options within the direct instruction family of programs.
Thank you. How can we assist weak readers? Writers.
Okay, so with any of the programs within direct instruction, there is always a beginning placement test. So you would use that first to determine where within a program you would start your student. So if it's a reading program like Reading Mastery Transformations or Corrective Reading, there's a placement test for each one of those. For the writing programs that I mentioned, reasoning and writing, expressive writing, all of those have a placement test as well. And it will tell you based on the student's skills where you would place them in the program in order to be able to develop their writing skills, but starting them where they are.
Mhm. And someone has asked, does my school have to subscribe to Reading Mastery or they should have access as they use McGraw-Hill Wonders? Yes, your school will have to subscribe. That's correct. If you're
Program.
using existing Wonders and you want to move into direct instructions, you will have to subscribe for the program. I am also dropping the link to the breakout session for Alex and Redbird. So this session ends now, by the way. We are going to do a repeat. So you're more than welcome to attend again. That's fine. But just making sure that you don't want to miss the other one. It's optional. Of course, feel free to drop in if you have other things to do. But if you want to attend Alex and Redbird, which I really recommend, but that's the link that you can get into. And we are going to wait right here for other participants to join from the math room, basically, the Alex and the Redbird one. So we'll give it like 5 minutes, but you're free to. So I'll just repeat again. This is a repeat session, by the way. So whatever Danielle is going to cover now is going to be a repeat.
Same thing. Mm-hmm.
Same thing. So you might want to move out of this room into the other room where Dina Norris is talking about Alex and Redbird.
And I'm just going to do a quick reset while we do that.
Yes, and I think you can stop recording. We can do this all over again then. And perhaps maybe check which one we want to go for. Oops, why did I stop sharing? I actually